did a Fox News host invite Democratic Senator John Fetterman over for dinner? Just days after President Donald Trump seemed to embrace New York City Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani at the White House, Fox News host Kayleigh McEnany expressed her father's fondness of Fetterman. Take a look.
My dad is a bone-ribbed conservative, but he said to me, what I love about John Fetterman is he is a man who refuses to hate. He does not hate. He doesn't use the hateful rhetoric.
The way you described your father, it's like I would describe my father that same way. It's as a conservative, and he's probably watching this right now. They're big Fox fans.
And my dad said last night at our dinner we had after the Christmas tree lighting, he said, John Fetterman, he's someone who I wish was at this dinner table. I'd like that guy.
Between this and Mamdani's meeting with Trump, we would be witnessing some hope for America's political climate. Well, I think what we're witnessing is hope for the Republican Party to get another vote in the Senate. I'm now starting to sense that I think John Fetterman might join the Republicans. They're being so mean to him on the Democratic side, and the Republicans are being nice.
Well, he's like the MTG of the Democratic Party, right? Yeah. So Trump is being really mean to her. I don't know whether that's the right way to treat people. I don't want to speak to how other members of Congress are treating John Fetterman, but I do think that John Fetterman should perhaps consider being an independent. I mean, this is not without precedence. We have Kristen Sinema, who was a former senator who stepped away from being a Democrat to become independent because she broke away from a lot of things. We also have the very popular Joe Manchin in West Virginia, who stepped away from the Democratic Party to become independent because they both did like Marjorie Taylor Greene and started to rest on what they thought was a more accurate way to move forward rather than what the Democratic base was saying. And a lot of times they were criticized to no end until they left their job in government, but they still went with their conviction. And that's something that we both say that we agree. I think we should see more of these conversations. But the frustrating part is that if people voted for a Democrat, then they're expecting you to probably stay within the region of what's going on. The same way with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah. Trump was expecting her to stay within the region or the solar system of what's going on, and she's kind of like over there with it. So just being independent. I also know that I looked at a Quinnipiac poll that came out recently, and 54% of Democrats actually disapprove with the job that he's doing in his state. And so if you have that and people voted for you and more than half are saying you're not doing a good job for us Democrats. Yeah, Democrats. I'm pointing to that. 62% of Republicans approve of what he's doing. Right. So therefore, either be a Republican or independent because your own party is disapproving of what you're doing.
He has to try to get reelected in the most closely divided state in the country between Republicans and Democrats, Pennsylvania. He, I think, is making rational political choices from the standpoint of remaining viable. Now, you're right, if the Democrats primaried him, he would probably lose a primary.
Right.
And
they're thinking about it.
But he's thinking about how would I win the general if Democrats are unpopular. Remember, this is a state that Trump won last time around. This is the pivotal swing state, Pennsylvania.
Sure.
He's made Republicans like him more. In a general election, he'd be more likely to win re-election than he was to win election the first time. So he's making savvy moves for the general. Democrats should try to keep him in the fold, agree not to primary him, be a little nicer to him, he'll be a little more proximate to the party. That would be the winning strategy. They could primary him, then they'll have some far-left lunatic who will lose in the general election to Dr. Oz or whoever the Republican candidate is this time, right?
So you're speaking of that. Axios is actually reporting that there are Pennsylvania Democrats, a lot of them, that are maneuvering right now to potentially primary him.
To give the seat to Republicans.
No, they're trying to get Representative Conor Lamb to run against him, and they're thinking that that's going to be his challenge because he stepped away from the party. And if they do primary him and more than half of the base is like, you're not cutting it. It's like, Fetterman, do you want to be in Congress or not? Or do you want to change your political affiliation? Then he should just run as a Republican.
Well, if they try to primary him, he could. He'd be like, you know what? Look at me. I'm the Republican now.
He could. That's more of a dramatic switch than just being an independent. I mean, Bernie Sanders is an independent. You can be an independent.
Well, you can be nominally independent, but
He's registered I. He's registered I.
But not because he's so in the middle between Democrats and Republicans. He registers as an I to show his disaffection for the Democratic establishment, which he's been against all. But he is one of the most left-leaning members of Congress. He is to the Democratic Party's left. He's not an I because he's in between Dems and Republicans.
So Marjorie Taylor Greene, if she decides to change her mind, and John Fetterman should both go into that iosphere and just be whatever. The ionosphere. Yeah, and just be whatever they want to be. That'll be your favorite type of politics if everyone just wasn't so politically aligned with one side and just voted on what they believed in, their morals, and who they're representing. I mean, we'd both be happier, right?
I would be happiest if everyone was I don't
didn't
care
have a
what-
job.
You're just cynically voting for libertarian policies for what, either because you're a true believer or because it's what's popular or because it's what's in your incentive, whatever it is.
I wanted to also say you're welcome to come to Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, thank you.
At my house.
Oh, well, very kind of you. And same if I was serving anything, but I'm not. I'll be elsewhere for Thanksgiving. That does it for us on Rising Live. Look out for more exclusive YouTube content coming your way today. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to The Hill's YouTube channel so you never miss any of our content. And for those of you listening while on the go, we're available anywhere you listen to podcasts. See you back here tomorrow.